Hi, everybody. I am Coach Karen Maze, and I'm joined here today with my friend and fellow coach, Susan Burgio. Sue and I have both experienced tremendous physical transformation through the amazing program that we both coach. I'm just going to show everybody your progress pic, Sue. There's Sue. And then I'm going to, most of you probably have seen mine before, but I'm going to show it anyway. And that's my progress pic. So big changes for both of us, right? And we've known each other now for a few years, and I find myself often reaching out to you when I have a question about the science of nutrition and or weight loss. And that's because you have a background not only as a coach, but as a registered dietitian. And I really love to know the why behind things. So when this question came up, I thought it's something that a lot of people are probably curious about. So why not jump on here and share with everybody? When I'm coaching a new client, or really any client who's actively in the weight loss phase, the subject of alcohol often comes up. And what we talk about is, to some, and especially right now, summer to so many people means a glass of rosé, an ice cold beer, or maybe a frozen cocktail. And so what we talk about are their goals and how having any of those things might affect their progress. But I think it's really interesting to know, and if a client does want a plan B, because we talk about the fact that the best choice is to not have any alcohol, right? But if a client does want a plan B, we do go through some options that are better than others, but I don't really want to get so much into that today. What I really want to help people understand, Sue, is how does alcohol affect our bodies, especially in regards to a weight loss journey, and why do we recommend against it?
Okay, great, Karen. There are a few aspects to that answer. So I'll just start with the first, which is when we drink alcohol, it can increase appetite and it does add extra calories. So if you're watching your calories, that's got something you'll want to figure. And the other thing that's probably the most impactful is that it affects our inhibitions and our ability to make resolutions and stay with them. And so if your resilience in that area is weakened, you're more likely to overeat or eat more of unhealthy foods. So that's in terms of what's happening, let's just say, in your brain. So the other thing we want to think about, and here's the real science part, is the liver. So our liver is the organ that processes the alcohol in our body. And the liver processes calories for energy from the foods and drink that we have. And it's the detoxifying agent in our body. It takes away the toxins. So I want you to, the best way we can picture it is picture the liver as a big parking garage. And the nutrients are waiting to get into the liver to be processed. So we're trying to burn fat, and fat is the hardest nutrient for us to access and then burn. But when you're on a reduced calorie diet or a measured carb diet like our plan, you're burning fat intentionally from a medically designed program. Now, alcohol is really easy, fast energy. And so if you have alcohol in the system, your liver is going to grab the alcohol first for energy. So what it's going to do is it's going to allow the alcohol into the parking garage, and everybody else is stuck out in the lot waiting. And it can only process so much at a time. So fat that's out there waiting is going to happily be put into storage, which is just the reverse of what we want to be doing right now. So that, in a picture sense, that's what the liver can do. Now, on average, your liver can only process 1 ounce of alcohol an hour. So that's something really important to know. And in terms of, Karen, you said good, better, best. And so like best would be no alcohol. Better might be one low calorie, low carb drink. Good might be a little bit more, but not going off the rails at the party. And so the thing that we want to think about is also guidelines that 1 drink a day for women and men over 65 is the limit. That's considered healthy. 2 drinks for men under 65 years of age. And a drink would be 5 ounces of a dry wine, a 12-ounce beer or a light beer, or 1 ounce of alcohol, not a jigger or a 3-ounce martini. So just for comparison. I threw those in there. But anyway, what happens is when you drink the alcohol, because the liver can only process it at just such a pace, and because it prefers the alcohol to fat, it's going to slow your weight loss. It could stall it in its tracks. You could be a runner who's doing 1,500 calories a day, but you drink every day and you're wondering why you're not losing weight. And that's what we would want to take a look at. So that's the story of the liver.
So I'm very visual. So we think of it as it distracts your liver from doing the work that you're trying to accomplish by eating a certain way.
Absolutely.
Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Wow. That's so interesting. And it really helps to understand why. And I think it can actually affect decision making beforehand. So I really appreciate you taking the time to explain that to us today.
My pleasure.
Thanks.